So you've gone back to do your bonus reading. We're going to use the Witch's Tarot for your reading here. All right. I will still give them a bit more of a shuffle while I'm contemplating what's coming. Interesting energy. I just want to say to you, it's really interesting because that energy that's coming through there sort of makes me feel like sometimes we feel in our gut, we feel something doesn't sit quite right, but we ignore our intuition. And then later on we go, wow, I knew that, but I ignored it. And I feel like, for me, coming from my perspective, that for a lot of years I didn't really trust that energy, and I think it came back to bite me on the bum more than once. And I know that there are people out there now, especially when I do personal readings, who will say to me, actually I knew that, Yvonne, you just need clarification. I also feel like the more we get on this journey and the further we get down the road here, the more people are tuned in to the intuition. But there's still a lot of people out there who won't ask the questions. So it's all very well to be very tuned into your energy, and even if you feel something, sort of understanding you feel something, and you may be a little bit on alert, or you may be a little cautious because you can feel it. But the trick is speaking up and asking the questions, because a lot of people don't expect that. They think if they can, I want to say sidewind or bluff you, then you're not going to really see it. So a lot of people get so used to being confident and pretending and being able to blindside you into something, and you feel it, but so many people don't ask the questions. And what we've got to get better at is asking the questions. If you don't feel comfortable, instead of ignoring it and ignoring that intuitive feeling, you need to say at that point, actually, there's something I'm feeling here that doesn't feel quite right to me. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Because if somebody's so used to manipulating or showing you something that they are very clever at doing, they may not expect you to ask. It's always good to ask. And if you're not sure that you're on the same page as someone, then it's even more crucial that you ask those questions. And that is what we're learning to do. So the Chiron retrograde at the moment is happening. The Chiron is the planet that shows us our wounding. And I know for a lot of us, there's some really big truths coming to the surface around who we are and how we've hidden ourselves away from the world and sort of been a different person to the world than we should have been. But for many of you, and I even hear you say it on my page, I hear you say it in personal readings, I need to learn to speak up more. I need to learn to ask the questions. So let this time serve you as a time for really asking yourself, do I feel comfortable with this? No, I don't. I'm going to ask more questions before I move forward. Otherwise, you'll be always roped into things you don't want to do, always regretful, and always in your head about how you should have done things differently. All right, bonus reading. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles coming round. Now, I always say for me, this is a very religious card, and I don't mean religious as in, denominations. I mean religious as in very spiritual energy. The Three of Pentacles can talk about working on a project, working with others, and creating something. I find it comes out an awful lot when it's showing you that you have a close soul bond or soul connection to someone. A soul bond or a soul connection, and in this case a soul contract, and I guess because you always see them writing some sort of contract up in this particular card, is is written before you come to the earth. It is something you write for yourself. It can be something that you write with someone else before your souls are reincarnated on the earth. So there's a recognition of other souls through this process. Are all souls going to be good that have a contract with you? Absolutely not, because some soul contracts are there to teach you how to be a better person yourself. So you may have encounters with people, for example, in relationships who do not have your best interest at heart. And that is what flipped out on me in the beginning before I even started this reading. I feel like for some of you here, you may have somebody coming in or somebody coming back in that really has not done their healing. Because I see the Seven of Swords and Three of Cups, and I feel like there's an excitement because this person's returning, and an excitement of seeing them coming in or back in. And the excitement here is overwhelming the energy of your intuition telling you that there is something not quite right with this situation. And I feel for some of you, you may be dealing with either people who are not healed or not doing things in your best interest. And I want to say to you, this is why you need to ask the questions. It's so important, it's vital to ask the questions, because I feel like you may be tested during this time. There it is, Seven of Cups. And the energy is really, really strong again, like it was in the What's Cracking reading, where I feel, and this is why again I use a different deck, I feel that somebody is offering you something that may not be above board. Now, the What's Cracking one seems to be someone who is genuinely offering you a cup, even if your intuition is a little bit squirmish. In this reading, I'm feeling here, I'm telling you somebody's offering you a cup that is not above board. Now, I feel like you are being tested in both these cases as to whether is this person ready for you, especially if you've done the healing. If you've put a lot of work in and you have come to a place where you feel very comfortable with who you are, I'm not sure that your person has. So this is where you need to learn to ask the questions. Four of Pentacles coming through here with the Sun card. This person may be unhealed because they are still in the process of letting go of something. This may be lessons, limitations. It could be a person. It could be an addiction. There is something here this person hasn't completed as yet. I do feel, and you could be dealing with a Leo here, I do feel that this has great potential, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. This situation has a huge amount of potential. But is your person on the same page as you at this time? Because I'm getting the same, there's the Moon. Okay. Wow, Chariot. And the Nine of Cups. All right. Ultimately, I feel like this person is. But I feel like you need to ask the questions. There's some sort of emotional exchange that needs to take place. We've been told, and I certainly have been told before, that there's a very important conversation that needs to take place when this person comes in or returns to you. This conversation has to be from you about what you want in a situation. It cannot just be what the other person wants, and it cannot be entirely led by the other person. There are things here that need to be revealed before this situation moves forward. The Moon talks about hidden emotions. It talks about, look, I feel here, you know, if this person is coming forward and making an offer, you want to know what's in that cup. You want to know what this person is offering you. Are they offering you the same thing that you want to have? Because if you're dealing with someone who's not healed properly, what you're being offered may not be what you want. And you may be very clear about what you want in your future. Interesting energy, because for me the Moon talks about something being concealed, something not being shown. I don't know, because the Seven of Swords was there at the beginning, if it's actually a lie or whether this person is just trying to get away with something. And I feel like for some of you, something has not been completed in their own life, but they may not be talking to you about it. For some of you, this person may have an addiction. They may have some sort of what they see as a problem within themselves or within their life that they have not come to terms with, or they have not completed. And I feel this is why you're getting this opportunity to make sure this person is on the same page as you. Otherwise, you're going to end up in a situation with an unhealed person who it will just explode again. It won't work. If you're not healed, if you're both not healed, those things that triggered you before, those things that pulled you apart, if it's a new person, those things that have interrupted prior situations are going to create issues again. So be very clear about what you want. They are asking you to ask for what you want. King of Pentacles coming through. He's a very handsome King of Pentacles, this one. Very serious though, and very focused on his really large pentacle. This person sees themselves as a partner. They see themselves as a provider. They want something long-term, stable and committed. They're very focused on their own wealth and their own path. So you could be dealing with someone who is quite work-oriented. Whoever this person is sees themselves as potentially someone who's going to be around for the long haul. That's how they see themselves. But I see this person looking at this pentacle, and I feel like, is there something that obsesses this person that you need to be clear about? Because I feel like some of you are dealing with people who are not healed from addiction, not healed perhaps from past relationships or codependency. And you have to ask yourself if you're going to choose this person. And you can choose this person, absolutely, but are you prepared to stand by them while they do that healing? And do you know what that is before you start? Because if this person's not being honest with you, then you're really accepting something that's not completely right for you. And if you've done all your healing, you have to ask yourself, if I choose you, can we heal this together? All right, and we have the Queen of Pentacles right next to it. Holy dooly. See, the Queen of Pentacles is a little different. She likes to have her money. She likes to have a material comfort, but it's not her only focus here. That's why she has a puppy. Because she's focused on lots of other things in life, not just that pentacle. But we have a couple, and then we have the Page of Pentacles, beautiful, with the Death card. Okay, similar energies to this is what came up in the What's Cracking reading. Something has to change, I feel, and I'm really feeling that whoever this person is coming in may still have some healing to do. And what you need to be clear about is, are you prepared to work with this person? If you choose to be with this person, are you prepared to work with this person? Because I do see something beautiful coming out of this. I do feel that it is a really solid union, a very solid union, but I feel that although this is a gift and it's something beautiful, there's still change that needs to take place. The thing is, if you're not clear about that, you may be expecting the bells and whistles, and it may not be that easy. You may be helping someone to get over some sort of issue from their past here. But I feel like perhaps this person hasn't been completely honest about that. Do I think it's bad? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's about getting everything on the table before you make the decision. That's like taking a car where someone's told you that the motor isn't running properly. You know, if you know that and you're prepared to do that, then that's fine if you really want to choose that particular vehicle. But you need to know up front, there needs to be transparency here. I feel like this person has made a lot of changes in their life, and I feel like you've gone through great transformation, but I feel like this person's still got work to do. All right, Four of Wands. Ten of Cups is what I said. There's great potential here, but are you prepared to work with it? We have cycles that need to close. So this person still needs to close out some sort of cycle here. Again, it could be a past relationship that they haven't completed. So maybe they've separated, but they haven't divorced. Maybe they are in the process of healing something about themselves. Whatever it is, they're sort of at the end of a cycle, but it still hasn't finished out. It still hasn't closed. All right, King of Wands coming through with the Eight of Cups. See, this person hasn't moved away from something. They haven't completed a cycle. Again, it may be different for all people. There may be a difference in all of these for you. Eight of Swords, and again with this sort of energy of being stuck right at the end of the reading. All right, let's go over it again. Okay, so I have some sort of contract here. You've got some sort of contract with a person, potentially a loved one. I feel like you need to be really clear about what you want in this situation, or for the other person to be really clear where they're coming from, because something needs to be let go. I feel again, look, we have this beautiful Sun, we have the Ten of Cups, Four of Wands. I feel here, especially with this Seven of Pentacles, there is a great deal of potential in this situation, but do you know everything? You could be dealing with a Pisces or particularly a Cancer here, because both of these cards represent Cancer. So is everything on the table? Are you seeing everything the way it needs to be seen? Are you clear about what you're being offered here before you move forward? Because you may be so engrossed in a wish coming true or something being presented to you here that makes you so ecstatically happy, you may miss the fine print with that contract. Again, if it's what you choose and you choose to move forward, then be aware that whatever that is, it may be difficult for you to deal with to start off with, but as long as you know what you're dealing with, that is the ultimate. Six of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, that perfectly describes it. There we go. So it's like you're on the fence because you're not really sure that the other person is going to put in the same way as you are. I feel really strongly, if you can get across this hurdle, if the honesty's there, if the questions are asked, that you can make this absolutely amazing. But you need to know up front what's going on, because you're in the Eight of Swords energy here. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And there's that Seven of Swords again with the Seven of Wands. Okay. Three of Cups. I feel like for some of you, your person may still be involved with another person. They may not have cleared the deck yet. I do feel, though, this person may not, with the Seven of Swords, may not be completely upfront with you about what's going on. There seems to be a resistance here. But I feel like they want to work with you. But I feel like they are worried about putting everything on the table in case you do not accept their offer. But they need to know here, the potential for a great and fabulous union is here. And I see this as being a gift. I mean, there's some beautiful cards here. And I do feel for some of you this will be worth working on. But for others of you, you need to be clear, is this exactly what you want and what you are being offered here? All right. I do feel it's a very similar reading to the What's Cracking reading, though. Certainly more clarification. Oh, we have the card of the lower world coming through. I think we got this one yesterday. I feel like I've only just read it. Is it card 31? The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is the place of our ancestors where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden from even yourself. It is time to honour your past and recast your life as a heroic quest. As you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors. Their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. This is really interesting because I feel like here you are being guided by your ancestors in this particular situation. And I feel like somehow or another they're asking you here to ensure that you're getting what you want to get from something. So I feel like you have great spiritual and ancestral guidance in these situations. This to me seems like a very potent union. So I feel that you're being guided here for the right reasons. I'll leave you there. Thank you.